Hi, and welcome back to Thone's Hebrews Nibbles, number 133. By faith they overcame, section 1, part 6 of 7. Now, we just got through others, and now we're going to go back and name some of the later people still in the Old Testament here. David and Samuel are the subject for today. Hebrews chapter 11, verses 32-34 still. Faith in the time of the kings. Why is this in the Bible? Powerful men have faith too, or should. The communications are these acts of faith. Application to me. It is interesting to see how many of the heroes of faith who were undeniably powerful men. Among all the kings of Israel, only David is qualified because he expended his life in suffering and hardship and was fully devoted to God. He believed God's words and promises. Think about that. Of all the kings of Israel, and you would think, Solomon, there were other good kings of Israel, but only one who was really always understood what was going on seemed to be David. The other person qualified during this period is Samuel. Even though he rebuked Saul, which was an act of bravery and faith. As you remember, Saul and his temper, he still waited and in fact anointed David as the future king. His faith was unwavering. So we have David and we have Samuel. And this is the great time of Israel, if you think about it. The time of Saul, the time of David, the time of Solomon, the time after the kingdom split of this king. All of the kings of Israel were bad kings, but many of the kings of Judah were good or pretty good, and some were not. But this is, in that whole period of time, there are two people who show up on the heroes of faith. And that's David, who God said was a man after his own heart, and Samuel, whose mother prayed for him before she even got pregnant, and he was a very special prophet. God says, faith is the key to following and honoring God. I hope you all get that by now. We've been in chapter 11 seemingly forever. So that is an important thing to point out. My response, Lord, thank you for allowing us to learn from these great men who lived by faith. Even though they were not sure of where they were going, they followed God. And that's really sort of the definition of faith. If you want to go to the beach, let's say, and someone comes and says, hey, I'm going to the beach, you want to go to the beach with me? And you say, yes. That's good. That's fine. But you know about the beach, you know that you enjoy the beach, so why would you not say yes to the beach? However, when God was talking to them and telling them where to go, they just followed him, not having a clue in many cases where they were going. Certainly Abraham had no clue, and many more as well. So we'll talk to you next time.